The year was 2014. Fruit Ninja, Temple Run, Subway Surfer and Zombie Tsunami were all the rage on mobile. I remember having some fun with Zombie Tsunami but not really getting as hooked on it as I did with the others. So I wanted to see if it still holds up, or if it should finally be put to rest. Hello, I'm Haikai and this is Mobile Reviews. The art is still very charming in a very goofy way and the upgrade system does give the game some variation. I especially like the lion dance, the ninjas, and the tsunami. With the upgrades being RNG during the run there is enough surprise to keep it from feeling stale right away. But the gameplay itself is extremely simple. Zombie Tsunami is an endless scroller where your only job is to tap the screen to make the zombies jump to avoid obstacles like pitfalls, moving vehicles and bombs while eating civilians, collecting coins and flipping vehicles, while the speed keeps progressively increasing to fill the brain shelf and get scratch tickets, but beyond that there isn't a lot going on mechanically. One thing that surprised me, unless I'm remembering wrong, is how many upgrades effects are now locked behind buying them at the shop with coins. I was especially surprised when the ninjas didn't have the sword equipped, and this means that in the early game most upgrades can feel very underpowered. The game is not bad, I would call it an okayish waste of time, but it also starts showing its limits pretty quickly, even if the zombie birds are a nice touch. But once the novelty wears off, you are left with a game with very little interactivity compared to other endless runners. Zombie Tsunami holds up in the sense that it has not really changed at all. I would not call it some ancient relic, but it definitely feels dated, especially because the gameplay is not that interactive, and during my gameplay I found myself growing bored quite fast and I disinstalled it pretty quickly. You might get some more mileage if you are into RHYTM games or stuff like Geometry Dash, but I think that from that era Temple Run and Fruit Ninja have held up much better. In the end it might have come time for this undead game to finally get some eternal sleep, and my score is a 5 out of 10.